Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy, back to the YouTube video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing this or that X-Men edition, or I don't even know if you call it X-Men edition, but I guess they'll call it this or that X-Men old versus new, I guess, or old versus young. So yeah, if you're unfamiliar with it, if you watch the X-Men movies, you would have noticed that a lot of the X-Men were rebooted into more of younger versions of their character versus like the older versions. So yeah, but some of the characters got significantly more younger. In some cases, some of them cut a few decades off. So yeah, anyways, I guess let's get into this. Just ignore some of these characters because some of these characters don't have a counterpart. For example, Quicksilver didn't have a counterpart. Same with Fizzlock. So that's something else as well. We're really talking about these characters right here. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. I'm just gonna pick who's my favorite. And again, all credit goes to X-Men Geek. You can see his username right here. He watermarked it. I just used this picture. I just found it on the internet. So yeah, he's probably on Instagram or something. So you'll definitely go check him out. But anyways, let's get into this. So for the first matchup here, we have the younger version, Ty Sheridan, versus the older version, which is James Marsden. Now, James Marsden's Cyclops, I personally, I didn't really like it. I felt like they didn't do the character really well in that. I found his character, I mean, he talked a bit, but like, he was really silent. He didn't really talk too much. He kind of seemed like a jealous wreck kind of thing. Because he's kind of jealous of Logan and stuff like that. And for good reason, obviously. But I felt like they built around the character like that. And I didn't really like that. That's something I didn't really like. Especially his end, too. I felt it was so stupid that Jean Grey just killed him like that. I thought it was very stupid. Not very good. So it's an easy answer for me. I'm picking Ty Sheridan. His character just nails a little bit better. Cyclops' character, and again, he's not a jealous wreck, and he's not anything like that. It just nails his character much more better. But of course, he's younger, so it's not like he can nail every category. Like Cyclops is obviously the leader of the X-Men, so yeah, there's that too. So yeah, that's a big reasoning as well. You can't really tell the difference, but again, I just prefer Ty Sheridan as Cyclops. Next up, we have Alexandria Ship, and who's the younger one, the younger version of Storm, and then we have, of course, Halle Berry, who's the older version. Now, uh, Halle Berry did a excellent job as Storm. I think if I were recasting, I would pick her again. Uh, I think she does a really awesome job as Storm. I think she was born for the role. Whereas Alexandria Ship, she definitely could have been a better Storm. I mean, she brings the more accurate type of Storm to the screen, whereas Storm Halle Berry is less accurate, but I mean, she does have the correct characteristics and stuff. Whereas Alexandria Ships is more comic accurate, but I felt like she could have been better if she was in another movie or maybe another two. Because in Apocalypse, she was more of a villainous kind of role. So I don't know what to say really, because maybe if we seen more of her, we would have been all right. But then again, I think Halle Berry wins this one easy, so I'm picking Halle Berry. All right, next up we have Alan Cummings, Nightcrawler. He's the older one, and then we have the younger one, who I'm looking up his name right now. I can't remember his name. My apologies. Cody Smith McPhee, who plays the younger version of Nightcrawler, and Alan Cumming as older version of Nightcrawler. So in all honesty, they both kind of nail the aspect of Nightcrawler, but of course, I find Nightcrawler gets more of an increased role in the younger version of the X-Men, whereas this one was in, like, I think he was in the movie only, one movie, and he was in part of it. He wasn't in the whole thing, so I mean, he was there. He was all right, I guess. Uh, but I felt, I don't know, I felt Cody McPhee's one, Smith one, the younger version. I just find it was a little bit more well used, a little bit better. I mean, don't get me wrong, Alan Cummings' one was really good. I thought it was really well done. But I'm just going to pick the younger version for this one. Next up, we have, of course, Nicholas Hoult, younger version of Beast, and then we have the older version of Beast right here. And he is played by. He's played by Kelsey Grammer. I think that's how you pronounce it. So yeah, we have these two actors, and this is very easy. I already know this straight away, and it's going to be Nicholas Hoult, just because he had a more increased role and he was in there for longer, and he just nailed Beast a bit more than he did. It just felt like he was just kind of there, and he was just put in there just for no reason. But oh well, it's an easy pick, Nicholas Hoult. Sorry if I'm speeding up a bit. It's just we're kind of running short on time here, so yeah. Next up, we have the younger version of Jean Grey, which is played by Sophie Turner. And then we have the older version, which is played by Famke Janssen. I think I mispronounced that, sorry. But yeah, we have these two characters here. Both did really good portrayals, really enjoyed it. But I kind of mean this. I think Sophie Turner did just. I think she did a better job of just an acting job. In all honesty, I found that Jean Grey, the older version, it felt like her character is a bit lackluster. In all honesty, it felt like that a lot for most of the movie and stuff, and I was really dislike. I didn't really like it too much. In all honesty, uh, yeah, wasn't a huge fan of Jean Grey older version, but younger version I'm much more of a fan. So I'm picking Sophie Turner. Next up is going to be the hardest one, I think. Or actually, we'll fast forward through Magneto and Professor X for now. But let's go on to Mystique quickly. So first of all, we have, of course, younger version Jennifer Lawrence, and then we have the older version, our Rebecca Romijn. I think that's how you pronounce her name. My apologies if I didn't pronounce it properly. But this is gonna be a hard one too, just because the fact you have to look at it from two different sides, of course, because Mystique is more of a character that's more villainous, kind of, in the comics, whereas the Mystique in the younger version is more of a hero, and a strict hero, not an anti-hero, an actual hero. So that's where it complicates a bit of what exactly is going to happen here, because there's two different ways exactly, and again, X-Men, the younger version had her as like more of a good guy, not like villainous role. So I think, in all honesty, I'm going to be split down the line between the two, because ultimately it depends on what you're casting her for. If we're casting her for the X-Men, of course I would go with Jennifer Lawrence, but if we're casting her for more villainous role, I'm casting the older one for sure. So I'm gonna go split down there. So the next one, probably, let's just go on through the Magnetos real quick. So we have Ian McClellan and we have Michael Fassbender. Now I really enjoy both these guys playing as Magneto, but I have a slight edge over Michael Fassbender. I think Michael Fassbender is really good, and I think he was born for the role. And no disrespect to Ian McClellan, I think he does. He's a phenomenal actor, but again, I just felt like Michael Fassbender brought more to the role. His acting was way better, um, and just his motives and stuff. And I don't know. I just really enjoy Michael Fassbender. I think he plays the role perfectly. It just shows stuff, especially with his character wise, and his acting is he shows that Magneto's not like a super bad guy. He just wants the best for his people, whereas other Magneto is more of like very villainous type. But he showed signs. But I felt like Michael Fassbender was way better, so I'm picking him. Next up would be, of course, Charles Xavier. So this one could get very controversial. I really enjoy both these guys. I really enjoy them very well. I think James McAvoy does an awesome job. Same with Patrick Stewart. I think they do both phenomenal jobs, top tier. It's too bad that I have to divide and pick one. So, yeah. I mean, I really Patrick Stewart is awesome. Like he was very nostalgic to me. Really enjoyable in Logan. But then again, I really enjoy James McAvoy. I think he does a really good job. But if it's very complicated right now, I think I'm split down the middle. I think I am. Yeah, it honestly, I think I'm split down the middle between the two. Part of me wants to pick James McAvoy, but it also actually depends kind of what age you're doing this as well. Uh, Especially what time frame, because the age gap between these two is astronomical, whereas the other characters is a bit different. Uh, so yeah, it's very complicated. I think, in honesty, since I picked Michael Fassbender as my Magneto, I'll pick James McAvoy just because the chemistry between the two. Because I don't feel like Patrick Stewart and Michael Fassbender will have much chemistry. So that's something as well. So yeah. Anyways, let's go over exactly who I picked. Okay, so I picked Ty Sheridan, Halle Berry, Cody McPhee Smith, Nicholas Holt, the younger version, older version, and younger version. Picked the younger version, Sophie Turner, and then I picked the younger version, James McAvoy, and then I picked the younger version, Magneto, and I'm split down the middle for Mystique. So yeah, as you can see here, I really enjoy the younger version. Personally, I really enjoy them. I think they're fantastic. I think all X-Men, they're fantastic. All the actors did pretty good. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.